Would you like some ideas on how to decorate an event or even your home using small bottles and very little flower? Well, this video is for you. My name is Audrey Williams of Audrey Williams Flowers to Interiors. I'm a floral as well as an interior designer, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So what do I mean by small bottles? Well, what I've done is I've just kind of upcycled some small containers, glass containers really. So I just want to show you what I've used, and I've just popped flowers in, and then we're going to group them and I'll show you the final design. So this was a candle, and this was from the White Company, and once I finished with the candle I just cleaned it out and we've got a beautiful container to pop some flowers in. This was a reed diffuser, and again just clean the container and we've used that. And this was a jam jar, and I've used the container, cleaned that and used that. And this was a little sauce bottle, and we'll just clean that out and use that. So what I'm going to do is use multiples of these and put them on a tray to make the final design. So this is a wired tray. I think you can get it on Not the High Street. Where I got this particular one was at Popplewell's Garden Centre in Essex, but I do think that you can get them on not on the High Street. I'll pop a link below in the description box as to where you can get something really similar. This is quite a big one, but I think Not on the High Street does 2 sizes, so whatever size suits you will be great. So it's a wired tray, and I've already put some of the containers on there already, so I'm just going to add a few more of the containers, and basically it's just filling up the tray, but so that you can still see the tray, because the tray is really lovely with the containers. And if you've got any other similar size containers that you can use, that you can upcycle, they'll be perfect. And the flowers that I've used, now I've used some parsley flower, I've used some dahlias, and there's different types of dahlias, and I've also used some astrantia, I've used some verbena, and I've just kind of and some snapdragon, and I've just kind of decorated, literally just pop them all in the different vases and containers, and then just pop them all on the tray. And that you can use as a centerpiece for a beautiful dinner party you're having. That would look lovely on a top table, that would look lovely on a dining room table, and you can do a smaller version or a bigger version. Now I've used a wire tray, but you're more than able to use other trays as well, so I'll just show you the different trays that I've got. So here is a wooden tray. It's just a simple wooden tray, so you can just pop all the vases on there, or containers on there. And this is I got from IKEA. That's a metal tray, and you can just pop the vases on here, and that will act as your centerpiece. So you don't have, it's more about the grouping of them. So whatever tray you have that you think that will go with your design, that will be great. So if I just take them out and just see, you can just group them. So I've just popped like a jam jar here, another little vase here, and you know, you can just decorate that tray and fill up that tray however you want to. And you can use multiples of trays as well. That looks really, really good. And if you're putting it down the center of the table, then it's really nice to use like a narrow tray that goes down the table, and then you can use more than one tray. And that way you can sort of use short stem flowers, because sometimes, you know, you get a bouquet and something's broken off and you just kind of need to use short stems. So in this instance I've just kind of used short stems from the garden, and they're perfectly fine, and you know, it will just look really, really lovely. So I'm just using them on the small tray to show you that you don't have to just use this big wire tray that I've used, and it just makes for a gorgeous design. for the table. So other than using trays, let me go on to the next idea that I have for you. The next idea I have for you is, don't be afraid to use coloured glass. So I've got here some, I think they were called jade, turquoise, duck egg, those sort of different glasses, and then I've contrasted them with sort of the opposite color on the color wheel. So we've got the bluey colors on one side, and then you've got the hot pinks and reds on the other side. And so it's really nice to use small bottles in different colors, and in this instance I've gone for shades of color. So this is a darker one, this is slightly lighter, and then these are sort of ones with different textures and shapes, but I've kind of gone for a similar colorway in the colors, so it looks completely different by still using small bottles, but by using colors that can act as contrast and really give interest to the table. Again, you could group these in a tray if you wanted to, or if you could just run down the middle of the table. But I just think using beautiful colours just works really well on a table. And again, you can pop these on a coffee table, you can pop them on the mantelpiece. There's just numerous ways you can do, and they're fabulous for a wedding as well. In this instance, I've used aster, cosmos, and I have used some dahlias as well in these lovely strong colours, and the contrast of it just works really, really well. So that's another idea, using small bottles, but in this instance using coloured bottles. So the other way you can use coloured bottles is just use them all the same. In this instance we've got like a small pale pinky colour bottle, and I've just put cornflowers in there and 1 or 2 asters in kind of pinks and purples and lilac-y colours, and I've used exactly the same bottle, but they're all with in the soft pink, and again they look beautiful going long ways down the table, or you can then group these on a tray as well. So contrasting colours with your colour bottles really work well. So that's just another idea of how you can use small bottles, not a lot of flowers, but it does give such a great impact. So another idea is the classic jam jar, and in this case I've used mayonnaise jars because I wanted them to be a bit taller, and I've used really big dahlias in them, and I've decorated the jam jars. So you can just leave them plain and then it's all about the flowers, or you can decorate your jam jars. And I've decorated, say for instance, this particular one with some hessian ribbon that's edged in red, and I've also decorated this one in some lovely cotton lace and some orangey ribbon. So you can most definitely use jam jars, but in this case I've used mayonnaise jars, so they're bigger, but they're still small containers. And I'm playing with scale and size, so because I've gone for big jam jars and I've gone for big blooms, and I've kind of filled them up, and again you can have them as all different colours going down your table, so you have a fun, colourful way of decorating your table, or you can just keep them all clear, or you can decorate them all coordinating together. So that's another way that you can use small containers with not a lot of flowers to make a big impact. So here are a few ideas that I've shown you that you can use using small bottles. Some of them can be upcycled, some of them coloured, some of them that you can decorate yourself. You don't have to use an awful lot of flowers, and it can create a big impact. You can group them, you can put them down the centre of the table, you can use coloured glass, dark coloured glass, light coloured glass, contrast it with contrasting flower colours, and you will just have this wonderful display. If this is the sort of video that you really enjoy, please give it a thumbs up and like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out to make more videos that you can enjoy and also to learn from. So subscribe to this channel, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video.